Emails reveal questions about the internal investigation and reporting of an alleged sexual assault of a high school student. Fox 25's Phil Cross requested the documents in the case, and tonight, Putnam City school officials answered the tough questions about who knew what and when after that reported locker room assault. This is a story you'll see only on Fox.
The documents show the report of a sexual assault on a student came in just hours after it happened, but it would take days before the students involved were contacted. And there are lingering questions about whether state laws requiring the reporting of assaults on children were properly followed. It was Friday, September 28th, when a young boy says he was held by classmates against his will and sexually assaulted. The kids called it hazing. Police called it rape. In an internal email to district administrators, Putnam City West Principal Avery Gilliland said he was concerned about the contents of the reported assault when he read the email on a Saturday evening, a day after it landed in his inbox. He didn't notify anyone else until Monday morning. Steve Lindley speaks for the Putnam City School District.
Everything he did Monday were things that needed to be done, and so the investigation got off to a quick start and was off to a thorough start.
Gilliland wrote he was told the student whose assault he read about in graphic detail was absent Monday. It would be lunchtime before he learned differently and made his first attempt to contact the student.
He asked someone to find out where the student was. First report back to him was that the student was absent. Second report back to him was that the student was on a school trip.
So someone else was supposed to be finding the student?
Was checking to see where the student was,
Okay.
yes.
Lindley says the principal did notify campus police immediately that Monday morning following the reported assault. And after the victim confirmed the details of the initial emailed report, he contacted the football coach and the other students who were implicated in the attack. But Gilliland writes he didn't call the DHS hotline for reporting child abuse until late that evening after a school board meeting wrapped up. All educators are required by law to report suspected child abuse.
The law says you have to promptly report that.
Yes.
Was that considered prompt?
The law did say that. It now says immediately, but at the time this happened, it did say promptly. What I can tell you here is we're running into an area where we're talking about a personnel matter, and there are things here that I just can't address.
In the aftermath, the district says it has investigated all claims of past hazing incidents.
To the extent that we talked with victims and parents of victims, and I'm not telling you that we did or didn't, but to the extent that that may have happened, they may have chosen not to tell us. And I don't know who I would be, who you would be, who anyone would be to tell them that they should do something different.
Lindley says there have been no other confirmed reports of hazing crossing the line to sexual assault. But the district does not challenge the fact there's still a problem.
When you do research, when you look at incidents all across the country, that are very similar to this. When you read what researchers say, what experts say, in all probability, there is some sort of culture there.
Putnam City has since introduced new rules for locker rooms, including making sure no students are ever in them without supervision. There's a new task force, and training on preventing events like this will eventually be required for all staff and students and could begin with coaches as early as January.
We recognize that we're in a line of schools and school districts that have had such things happen. What we want to be is in the line of school districts who recognize what's happened, who act on it, who eradicate the culture that allowed it to happen, and do everything possible to make sure it never happens again.
One student is facing criminal charges as an adult. Others involved in the attack were not 18 and are being handled in juvenile court, which is not open to the public. Putnam City says it is still encouraging all students to report any past incidents and will continue to investigate in hopes of ending any form of hazing in the future. Phil Cross, Fox 25 News.